then, mate, and we'll do it. We'll have some fun. Does that mean we're going?
Football's rolling.
Right. Hello everyone and welcome to the Hangout session with the Aries gaming community. Today we are Callum Rowley, also known as Aries Gaming.
Yo.
John Joe McNelson, also known as John Joe Games. Luke Savage, also known as I'm Mr. Lukey. And myself, Mark Peterson, also known as Mr. Boner. This is going to be the first of hopefully a weekly podcast thing we're going to do. We might be a little bit rusty on the first take here, but bear with us, please. For God's sakes, John Joe. Jesus Christ.
I do. It was randomised.
And by the way, if anyone's wondering, we're recording this using the Google Hangouts. Simply just the easiest way for every one of us to be able to do it, especially since I'm in Denmark and completely different country, you know.
Round of applause for Hangouts, man.
Hell yeah! Nah, but this shit's actually worked extremely well.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It is very good. Right, so what's our first topic of the night then, shall we say?
Topic
Topic.
Well,
of the
should
night.
we go for the little thing that we made before? So we could either talk about John Joe's
clicked that
guns
ages
or,
ago.
You wanted to do that all night, haven't you?
Right, so what we look at, mate? Sorry, John Joe's
guns.
guns.
Let's talk about them.
Can we have a demonstration while you're on cam, please?
Yeah, man, we want to
The
see them guns.
Bit of John Joe guns.
I want to show you the little pistols.
This is a Cockney attitude for you.
Little BB guns.
Little BB guns.
So are you
It's like
bailing?
one of those guns that prostitutes carry on their ankle.
So I take it that's a bail on the John Joe guns then. Right, so let's go off there. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, man.
Captain
Well,
Rocky
we can
is
always
doing.
talk about, you know, next-gen consoles as we were talking about.
Yeah, next gen
You know, we're all
consoles.
PC gamers, but
Well, I used to be an avid Xbox gamer. Same with Luke.
I used to play on Xbox.
That's what I mean. I think everyone used to play on
I
Xbox.
had an Xbox.
I have never had an Xbox.
Have you really? Not really?
Yeah, I wouldn't
No,
advise
man.
it.
I've always been a PlayStation guy. Had the PS1 and 2.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
had
have to pour my
PS1 and
drinks
2
in
and
the
then
glasses
realised that
before we
Xbox was
advertise it.
cheaper and went 360.
Yeah, I didn't have a 360 or a PS3. Would have loved to have had either of them, to be honest.
PS3 would probably be better. It's just that it was like £150 more at the time. Or
Really?
100. Whatever.
See, I got the Xbox 360 originally when it first came out, so it's that was a fair few years before the PS3.
I got it a good like 2 years later. I remember because I was always missing out on playing GTA 4, and I had to go around to all my friends' house to play it, and I was like, "Fuck it,
Yeah,
I'm saving
I
up
was
and I'm
the
getting
same.
one off eBay." But I did that.
I did the same thing.
So wait, the first Xbox 360s, those were the ones without the hard disk, wasn't it?
No, I had the hard disk with it.
No, they did. Just it was a bit on the top.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
right, okay.
60 gig,
It
the
was like,
original one.
yeah, you could take it off, and it was they had
And
like
then-
80 gig, 60 gig.
Yeah, then
and
you
then
had
you could
the
just, like, buy
arcade
new-
version, which was the cheaper version, which just had like the little memory disk. I mean, I tell you what,
Mhm.
actually, aside next gen consoles, what about old generation? What about the little two was it 56 megabyte memory cards you used to get for the PlayStation 1?
Yeah,
Save
yeah.
your
I
Final
had, like,
Fantasy,
two
like,
of them.
Run out of
fuck
memory.
Yeah.
Your game's logged in. If you ran out of memory, got to go to game and buy some new memory. Fucking
Here you
hell.
go. Here's an Xbox hard disk. It's ripped off mine now. Massive.
I'm sure I've got one behind me somewhere in there.
I got one.
So right then, assuming as it's a
I got
non-biased view, assuming as like we're all PC gamers now, if we were going to go for one of the two next generation consoles, which would it be and why, John Joe?
One of the two.
Mhm.
From what I've seen, it depends because I don't think they're both consoles anymore. I think the Xbox One is more of like a multimedia center. So if I wanted a whole experience in my living room of just using one thing to control everything, like watching films, playing games,
Just put a little
TV,
computer in there.
and Skype and everything, exactly. But I'll get the Xbox One. But if I was just looking for games and the best exclusives, probably the PS4 and price. And I wouldn't be stared at when I'm getting changed in my bedroom by some weirdo hackers on the Kinect.
Alright, Luke, so same question goes for you, mate. Which and why?
I'd probably say the Xbox One because I haven't played the PlayStation 3, so I don't know what the PlayStation's like now. I've only had the 1 and 2, So it'd be the Xbox One, and I don't know what's on the PlayStation 3. So yeah, it'd be the Xbox One for me, guaranteed.
Nice one. Well, bonus, seems as you've never had an Xbox.
But to be honest, I've got the big problem always. It's always been the big problem as well. I've been looking at buying either a 360 or a PS3. It's always been, if I buy one of them, there's always going to be exclusive content on the other one that I want to play. And that's one of the reasons, becoming a PC gamer is, at least for a lot of the titles, it's either on one of the consoles plus PC.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest, I'd probably go for the Xbox if I had to choose one of them, just simply because, as John just said, it's become a whole entertainment center, and it's just nice to be able to get everything in one little box.
They're basically trying to advance. What I find is people are always going to knock it, but because they're not familiar with it, but they're just trying to advance the living room experience. And rather than having a skybox and a DVD player and a video player, well, obviously not video, no one uses it anymore. But I do, to watch like shitty old films. But
The Jungle Book.
But it's all like merged into one, and then you can like Skype each other and everything on your big TV, like all your family.
Plus the whole thing about that Connect and stuff, I've not really got the big problem with it, because I'm going to be one of those people, I'm going to shove it in a drawer somewhere and that's where it's going to be. Because I'm not going to use the Connect for games anyway unless I'm forced to.
I mean,
like nobody actually enjoys sitting in their living room jumping around like a pillow.
No, I bought a Wii when I was with my old girlfriend, and seriously, it was fun for about a week, and then the only time it's ever fun is when you're having mates over and you're all drunk.
Yeah, to be honest,
that's the only time a Wii's fun.
The only thing I played Wii for religiously was House of the Dead, but honest to God, it's like serious wanker's cramp on that thing. When your wrist like that, and the game goes like you just literally flat out for about 3 hours if you just your wrist going like that, and you finish it, and you're just like, it's like you've just like gained arthritis after a serious gaming session. But yeah, other than that, I wasn't a fan of the Wii, to be honest.
I had the same problem. I can't remember what the game was called. Something about something steel for the Wii as well, which was a sword game where you fought giant armies and stuff. And I just remember playing that for half an hour and just being absolutely hammered in my arm for 2 days straight, because all you're doing is just wiggling your arms like this all the time.
Yeah, it's like a sword and a gun game, isn't it? And then
and with the Wii controller as well. And I know that the Xbox 360's Kinect is apparently pretty good at doing one-to-one. The PlayStation had their little one thingies, with
the play, the like
fluorescent lights. Looks like you're going to a disco.
And a weird dildo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they're apparently pretty good as well. But the Wii, you could point it sideways and it will still think you're pointing straight ahead.
It'll be like, you might point it up like that, and it'll just be like...
as soon as you wiggled it around a little bit, the calibration was all over the place, so...
Yeah.
But then again, I heard the Wii U has now got like serious one-to-one like on their controllers, so but I've not tried it, so I don't really know. The thing about the Wii U I can't understand is the whole, you have this little controller in your hand, and it's about this big, and it's got a little screen on it.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be looking at the little screen while you've got a 50-inch TV over there that you don't look at.
It's like having a DS.
Why?
With a exactly. Massive screen in the top, like. It's like a DS,
it's like
it's not on one
time
thing.
It's saying you don't look at the big screen, you look at the fucking little screen. It's like, no, I want to look at my big screen that I paid fucking good money for.
For content producers as well, I've seen games like this is the Zombie U game, and when you use a sniper, you use the little screen, and you can't see anything on the little screen. So any content producers, half their gameplay is ruined because you can't see it.
Yeah.
Unless you get another device that plugs into that and records that, and then you have to go through editing it all, which is a piece
capture card for the win.
I'm not even sure it has an HDMI in and out though. I think you have to get a special adapter, like with the iPad and stuff.
Yeah.
What with the Nintendo? No. Nintendo's got an HDMI, the Wii U thingy.
Well, they are screwing over content producers now, aren't they? Because they've created rules that means they can claim back money off content producers who earn money off of their videos from their games. So they basically fucked over half of YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they can claim back off YouTube?
Yes, they can. That's
YouTube content producers who gain money, if they realise they're making a shitload of money off them, they can just be like, oh yeah, give us $1,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Either that or take all of your content down.
Exactly.
I'd take the content. I've still got the subs in a bit. Oh man, that's hench.
But the thing about the Nintendo and the whole console wars, I think it's quite funny because they just kind of You know, they're the stupid little kid in the class. Doesn't understand what the whole console war is about. They just do their own little thing.
Saying that,
And then every once in a while, you know, you can have a look at the Wii controller. Even though everyone thought that it was crap, PlayStation did exactly the same thing, and so did Xbox. Xbox just did it in a different way.
Yeah, they just
Xbox
do.
instead took the I think it was PlayStation 2 had a iPlay toy thingy, which was also a camera but was quite shit. And they just stole that idea.
Still, with Wii being shit though, up until last month, Wii was the most selling games console in the UK.
But that's because it's a family console.
But the
Everyone
thing is,
can play. You will play it with your grandma on that thing. You won't play with your grandma on the PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One.
I wouldn't play with my grandma on it. But fuck that. I want to go on the computer upstairs.
You get too frustrated. Because you're there going, no, press X, and they're pressing Y, like...
I wouldn't do that, man. I'd have to wait for her to get up and take a turn. I mean, no disrespect to the woman, like, but fucking hell. A game of bowling would go on for 3 days.
No, now that you're talking about it, on my Wii, if you put on Wii Sports Resort, my grandma has the highest score on bowling, and I can't fucking beat it. She's got a perfect game of 300.
I used to be really good at Wii bowling.
Yeah.
I knew all the technique, where I needed to go, how much will you had to put into it.
I never even played the normal game bit. I was always went on the training bit where you had to get it past them around the blocks and stuff like that.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's all I used to play. Or like the one where it puts up 100 skittles and you've got to see how many you can take out.
Right. Talking about consoles and stuff, you guys talked about having an Xbox. What was your first console you ever had?
Oh,
anyone had some of the old ones?
Sega Mega Drive.
Does handheld consoles count as consoles? Well, mine would be this bad boy right here.
Mate, don't make me have to go in the wardrobe. Mate.
Oh, you got a Game Gear?
Yes, of course.
I can't understand how that did not, like, completely
Tom and Jerry in the back of it.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand how that thing could not outplay the Game Boy. It came out at the same time as the old Game Boy, and it was in colour.
Yeah, it was so good.
I had the Game Boy black and white, and
the original one.
Yeah, my dad got me Pokemon Green imported from Japan because I had red and blue, and I heard there was a green, and I wouldn't stop whinging until he got it me.
I got the black and white one as well, but I had Pokemon Red on it.
It was good, like, because I got Pokemon Green, and I was like the only person in my school that had it. The only bad thing was it was in fucking Japanese. So I couldn't understand a word that it was saying.
Was this fight or run? Fuck.
I had Pokemon Blue and Yellow.
Blue and Yellow.
Because Yellow, you got Pikachu.
Yeah, the yellow one was like really hard to get. I remember I fucking stood in line with my mum in like some store getting it.
Yeah, the first Pokemon I had was Blue, and my auntie bought me a Game Boy black and white, and then we literally went straight down to Woolworths, and she bought me Pokemon Blue. I was buzzing.
Woolworths, I remember the days of Woolworths.
Yeah.
Pick and mix.
Yeah, it's it.
Get half a bag.
You gave me a pick and mix from Woolworths every weekend.
It was primary school. After the end of the day, every day down to Woolworths, get yourself a pick and mix. Cheap as hell. Eat half the sweets whilst you're in there, just like.
Pick and mix is that way you like choose your own candy kind of thing.
Yeah. So there's just like a wall of everything.
Yeah.
And then you just come along with a bag and you get like 100 grams or whatever. It's like 100 grams is £2.
That's right. It was like a kilogram back in the day for like £1, and now it's like 100 grams.
And now you
for
go to a cinema and buy like a cinema ticket for £15, and then you go to the pick and mix and it's like £5 per 100 grams.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, you know, back in 1900 and very, very early, we had the same thing. But the funny thing was, it was like at the counter where the person was standing, and you would like you'd go to the person and say, "I'd like for £1's worth of sweets," and then they'd get a bag out, and then you would stand there at that wall, and you'd say, "I'd like for 10p of that one and 5p of that one."
We had
and those people behind the counter must have been livid with us, because you'd be standing there going, "I want for 2p of that one and 3p." No, wait. 1p of that one and 2p, and he's just sitting there thinking he's got to buy for £5. I'm gonna be here a fucking hour.
So over here, you tell anyone to do anything in the shop, like, "Oh, get me that one," they'll be like, "Fuck you, get it yourself."
Well, that's how it is today as well in Denmark, like.
You can never get someone to pick your pick and mix for you.
Right, so what we got on next topic then, after that? After
Next
the
topic.
consoles.
No, I never heard anything else about Luke. Yeah, first console.
Oh yeah.
My first console was the PlayStation 1. The first game I had with it was the Formula 1.
That's fucking. That's not an old console though.
I know.
Well, it's
See,
good,
I
it's
remember
good,
I was
really,
5
'cause-
years old when I got my first console, the original NES. Now that
Oh, yeah.
was a beast machine.
Because
I was
Yes.
born.
the first one was
That's
the
when you
one
went-
because I never played it.
That's when
I
you went
never
from the old
wanted-
8-bit Ataris and stuff and went over to 16-bit.
I can remember
the
for my,
Atari.
I think it was my 6th birthday, I got the PlayStation Slim bought for me, the Rayman edition. Oh man, I felt like such
But
a
that's-
boss with that. It had a
I
little
remember
screen
You
that.
on
guys
it
just
as well.
make me feel so goddamn old.
What was you like 15 and buying a Game Boy Color?
Mate, talk about the whole Daisy standalone issue and
Daisy
the whole. So let's start from the beginning. We all love Daisy.
The thing is,
playing
well,
the crap out of it
I'm
and
going to
stuff.
want to get a server as well, but I'm going to be moved out by then, and I'm not going to be able to afford it.
No.
So,
But what's your
Might as
what do you
well
think
put
about
that
Daisy?
one.
I've nearly personally I've gotten to a point now where I'm pretty sure no matter how that game is, I'm going to be disappointed just simply because it's been so long.
Yeah, so much hype.
yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think I would have been disappointed if they had. You know how they were like, oh, last fucking October or something. They were like, oh, it's not finished yet, so we're not going to bring it out. I would be probably less disappointed if they just brought it out then and just updated it like every 2 days. And
Yeah,
what
at
was
least
the
I could
first
play.
release
At least
date?
I could play a product. Where now they've left it for so long that everyone's like, it's going to be so good that when it finally comes out, it's going to be kind of a shitty alpha.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
everyone's going to be like, oh,
the
we waited
best-
this long for this.
the best thing I've ever seen done game-wise, I must admit, was Minecraft. Like, they just had that perfect. I mean, they released it on some
Yeah,
shitty standard thing, and they just added and added and added and added. And they were
Yeah,
like,
he started releasing it in dev to a few people, then he released it to some more in alpha. Everyone was allowed beta, and
That's
well,
right,
most
just-
people were allowed alpha. Alpha was still public.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, alpha was
Alright.
public.
Well, it wasn't at first, was it? But then it got made.
No, it was like late alpha.
Yeah.
There's only about 3 builds until it went beta.
Can I just say what Daisy standalone should have done? Really,
Yeah, man.
is they shouldn't have said anything about them doing it, and then just brought it out in one day and said, "Here you go."
Yeah.
And I think that would have been a lot better than what they've done now.
Yeah, I
Because-
suppose.
I think part of the problem was though is lack of fundings for Rocket. So
Well, it's
with-
because Bohemia. It's because it's still Bohemia Interactive.
that,
They should have.
but still
They should
with-
have backhanded Bohemia Interactive in the face and made their own company and then gone and done it like that. Because Bohemia Interactive, as much as okay, they made Armour, but it's a game simulator. They don't do games. They do simulation and military simulations.
Yeah,
So
but
it's not going to be the best game because they need game devs to be able to do it.
I think
as much
still
as he's
the,
got his own-
Oh shit! I forgot. Oh yeah, that's it. The donation. Well, I mean, they released it though, didn't they? And the amount of donations they got for like bringing out that they were going to make their own standalone was just crazy compared to obviously they didn't say anything. They still would have got donations because of it being a good game, but I don't reckon they would have got 20% of what they've actually got in.
Yeah.
Obviously pulling out the standalone thing, and obviously it's like when he was taking the breaks and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, anyone's going to need a break, but when it's been suspended for that long and it keeps getting postponed and keeps getting postponed and keeps getting postponed, I mean, I'd nail it 20 hours a day just to get it out, or as said, I'd just say, here you go, here's an alpha, just like, you know, play out in a bit, I'm going to take a break for a few weeks, I will carry on production when I get back. Probably would have been the better thing to do, because, I mean, we've all noticed, the community is slowly like divulged away from it. I mean, it's been out over a year now, and it's
You
just
can
like
see the first real release date for it was December 20th, 2012. That was the first time they set a date and said this is when it's going to come out.
yeah, we'd been playing for about a month then, hadn't we? Because we joined it
Yeah.
quite late.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah,
said
yeah.
they then postponed it instead of beginning of June. It will be out by the end of June, and it's now 3rd of
Well,
July.
it was January 1st, was it? I'm sure. It was
Yeah, well,
January.
it was January, and then they delayed it even more until
Yeah.
June, and then now it's June and nothing's happened. But
So I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
did
rather
you
them
see
say
the
it's not ready than.
Did you see the E3 thing
Yeah.
Yeah, with Jack Frags.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
see that one? It's
Yeah.
like, I
Whereas,
didn't like it.
he in that video, and I was thinking, okay, E3, they've got to be close, and all that Rocket Dean Hall guys keeps talking about is, we're still implementing and we're still working. I was like, oh fuck it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
That's done.
Like he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring up this. Oh yeah, it's not finished by the way. And then we're
Yeah.
gonna do this, but oh wait, it's not finished. It's not a final product. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's nothing final. Like, as much as okay, it's a whole game and you've only had this much time for it. It's built on another game. It's not quite a mod. It's had a lot more modified, and so it's no longer a mod. But
I know.
you've
Could
had
he
it- you've
have
had enough.
waited to fucking climb Everest until like after he?
yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I suppose you can't really get mad at him.
I'm still gonna get it regardless. Just
Of
Yeah,
course
exactly.
we are.
I'm
Of
gonna
course we're
buy
gonna
and play
get
the
it,
shit
but-
out of it.
He did say at E3.
Plus, I saw.
But
I was watching a.
they've just shot themselves in the foot by having the original release date. I think
Yeah. They should have never
if
come
they'd
out
started
with a
off
release
saying, you know what, this game is in production and that's it, and then come out, in June maybe, and had said, it's going to be in June, and then now it's July, and they would have been a bit late. We would have thought, well, what the hell with it?
yeah.
But it's because those release dates have kept flurrying around about, it's nearly there, it's nearly there, it's nearly there, and nothing's happened.
Yeah, people are just getting more and more frustrated. But I
Yeah.
saw a so one of the a base build got let out and people could download it and play it.
Yeah.
Like a very, very alpha based
Yeah.
base build. Some guy posted some footage on YouTube and someone commented like, oh, why are they even doing this? Now standalone DayZ has been implemented into Arma 3 as a mod, no one's gonna buy it.
No.
And I was like, oh wow. Like, the whole reason they're making a standalone is because they want to make it, I think, primarily more available to people with worse PCs. Because they want to up the FPS and also implement their own things and everything, but they want, like, he's always said he wants people with worse PCs to play it, because I don't even get a steady 30, and I've got, not a beast PC, but, I've got a really
Dude, I've
good
got a beast
PC.
You've got a
mate,
better
and the second
PC
I hit
than
record,
the
mate,
average.
I've got better PC than most people.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't get a steady 30, so I'm still like shoddy.
To be honest, mate,
And,
I'm in the same boat. If I hit record, mate, I mean, the specs of this fucking thing, and the second I hit record, I drop below 30, and it's,
Isn't it?
yeah, like, straight away, and I'm just like,
Well, Callum, you try going through Sabine and Taviana even without recording.
Oh yeah. You get like 6
Even with your
FPS.
PC, you're lucky if you get fucking 30.
oh, man, it's stupid. I mean, it's as they say, I mean, a game's playable at 30, but you want it ideally to run at 60, regardless.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
what they
exactly.
need to do
so
is
that you
get
can
it so,
drop.
Yeah, they need to get it so on like a base gaming PC it will run at 60, sort of like Black Ops 2, for example. Base PC that'll run at 60. I mean, I run it at I don't know, fucking somewhere in the hundreds, but the second I hit record, I cap it at 60, so it will go down and it stays, and then the frames just stay absolutely perfect. I mean, if they only got it to 60, if as long as you could cap it at 30 FPS and it didn't start bouncing down to 15, it would be all right. Well,
Exactly. What was I going to say? Yeah, exactly. People say, oh, why 60 FPS? But it just allows for that drop.
Yeah,
So say if something happens and it drops FPS, you're not going to get lower than 30, so it's still going to be fluid.
Exactly,
And that's
it's
what
a
all
buffer.
games need to do. They need to be able to run at 60, so that if anything goes wrong, it can bounce down and you still don't get any, like, shuddering in your gameplay or anything.
Not just even if anything goes wrong. A lot of games, and you see it especially in GTA, if you have a look at your frames counter and stuff, it will fluctuate as soon as there's an explosion, something like that.
yeah.
Because they have not been very good at implementing steady frames,
That's why in DayZ they don't have explosions with grenades and stuff, because you would literally go down to 0 FPS for
Yeah.
a good few seconds.
It'll be like, your PC
Set
is
off a
running
grenade
too
and you're just
slowly.
there like, you're not going to get anywhere.
That's cool, man. So, right, what are we on to next then after standalone?
Next after standalone, let me just quickly check my list here. I've written, if anyone has anything about the upcoming Let's Plays or ideas they've got for the channel. Let's actually quickly just talk about the channel.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a
Yeah.
week now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Channel's been up for a week.
It's been a week. No advertisement, and we're starting to get a steady fluctuant of views. I mean, there's not been many vids done this week, but then again,
Yeah,
we've
we
been
got-
trying to settle in on new games and trying to get new content to record and trying to work out what we want to record, how we want to record it. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
get
got
a little bit of a schedule up and running, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we got a few things that need to be edited, and then they can go up. And then also XL is coming back soon.
where is he?
So he's away at his mum's or something.
Oh, right.
But
I
he's
wonder
going
where
back
he's
to
been.
his college or university or whatever soon. And then he might be moving or something. I have no idea. But when he comes back as well, we're going to do some collaboration on multiplayer scary things with Facecam. So you got that to look forward to. And then I think later on this week or next week I should have some Surgeon Simulator up. And then
We should. I tell you what we should do. We should do a hangout of us all playing Slender. I'm not Slender. Sorry, Amnesia.
yeah,
Amnesia, man.
it's scary.
I've actually got Amnesia. Like I bought it at some point.
So, I mean, if you
Humble
want,
bundle.
I can re-upload the one that's on my channel, my Slender one, onto the new channel. If you want, just
Yeah, man. I mean,
we could do
it's
that.
possible.
And
Yeah.
then
And I'm still going to do my
your
full
GTA.
playthrough of GTA. Plus, we've got multiplayer GTA. We've already had a couple of attempts of recording it. Where
We've had an attempt or
you know,
two.
we've had some technical problems at the beginning, like in
Yeah.
a couple of our episodes. I decided to record GTA in 800 by 600.
I did 1920 by 780 or something stupid. Some
Yeah,
fucking
I think it's just GTA.
idiotic
It doesn't
Yeah.
like 16 by 9. It just is like, fuck it. I'm doing a different aspect ratio so you can't put the videos together.
Well, it's not just that, because then again we've got I'm
Feed the Beast.
editing Feed the Beast. We're going to do a series on that.
I mean, yeah, we've got
And
the
in
Feed the
that
Beast
series as well, we had a little bit of an issue. 2 people, including myself, forgot to record all in all, and one of the persons who did record decided to record from a mobile phone, it looks like.
Yeah, and then half of yours
doesn't have audio.
half of my mic, half of mine, it's got everything's fine apart from my mic. Just halfway through, it's just like, nope, not anymore.
So
Go
wait,
away.
am I the only one that's got an actual decent recording then?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think a single person has recorded that first episode well. I think everyone's done something wrong.
So it's going to be a lot of your clips, Callum, and that, but yeah.
Wait, did Muzz do it all right?
No, Muzz didn't get it at all.
Oh yeah, his fraps didn't work, did it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
So
aside
we've,
from the Feed the Beast, I mean, we've got the normal Minecraft server that we've got to get on. I mean, we haven't done much on that other than you two trolling the shit out of me, but
Nah, man.
I'm sure.
But
I
look at the
think we should
pipeline
probably
for a
do
couple-
some not custom maps.
Yeah,
per
no,
se,
custom maps, not as in a survival, but like a
like
Adventure.
custom little games, if you know what I mean, like mini games in
Mini-games.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
type
I was
of thing.
about to say, look in the pipeline for you guys have seen we've done the walls. I've already got a map that I've looked after, which is
Oh, yeah.
kind of like the walls. Which is
I mean,
gonna be
did
a
we
little
ever
PvP
upload
kind of thing.
episode 2 of the Walls? Or
Yeah.
not?
I've got the
very
walls
good.
episode 1 and 2 on my own channel.
Oh, you got both of them on? Yeah, because
Yes.
I didn't have the second one. I can't remember why.
Speaking of channels, I've redone the Aries gaming one today.
The community one or your own?
No, my own one.
All right.
Just
Oh, yeah.
the standard Aries gaming one. But yeah, it had like 6 videos on and hadn't had anything, uploaded in about 7 months. I was just like, see ya. But
Well, like 90%
man.
of my stuff is going to go on the new channel.
that's what I mean. The
I'm
new
basically
channel,
completely
I'm
going
going
over
to
to
try
the
not
community
spam
one.
it. So I think my own channel, I'm going to do Let's Plays, and then I might take the best bits from each one and whack that on the community with some annotations, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Put it in the Minecraft playlist on there. I mean, because I'm not sure if you've seen Jonja, but I've made playlists for the majority of the games that we're actually
Yeah, I
playing now.
saw all the.
Just so obviously when if people want to look for something a bit more specific, they don't have to go through all like 50 odd games that we actually
Yeah.
play and are planning to record on, and that should make it a bit better than
But I know
obviously.
both me and John I've already done a channel update on my own channel where I'm going to be posting most of the stuff I do, because I can see on my own channel I get, like, at the moment we're just at the new channel starting up, I'm really raring to go and I'm making a hell of a lot of videos and doing a
That's
hell of
it,
a
yeah.
lot of rendering and stuff. But when we come down to it and, that hype thing's gone over and, I know I'm going to be making about 1-2 videos a week, and those 2 videos are going to go on the community channel, and then once a month I'm going to do something special for my own channel so that the people who sub still stay there. But
well, I mean, we're still thinking of whether to just upload when you upload, or fitting out a schedule in the week so that this person uploads on this day. It can be a collaboration between 2 people, but there has to be a video up every week from every day of every week by each person, or a collaboration video.
That's it. Jamming.
So yeah.
Just because then people knows that every single day they'll have a new video to watch from us.
Yep.
By the way, just a quick question, Callum.
Yes, mate.
You said 7 months. How's it to be back in the old YouTube?
Oh, mate. To be honest, right, I've got the ball. I mean, I don't know. I think the reason I stopped recording last time was just because we stopped playing DayZ. When I had that period where I was just broke, so I couldn't afford to keep the server running. I just lost all appetite of everything. But
also, Muzz is online now. Shall I see if we can get him on here?
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have a mic.
Yeah, sure.
Try.
By the way, while we do that, I'm now just looking because our next segment is coming up in just a moment. Just give me 1 second. If anyone has anything to say in the meantime, while I quickly try and
I've
find
got
this.
something to say.
Go for it, Luke.
Because we have our Black Ops moment of Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of the new one, the Ghost? The Call of Duty Ghost.
To be honest, right, if I'm honest,
The whole dogs
I'm not
thing
going to buy it straight away.
The whole
I'm kinda
dogs
bored
thing
of
can
them, to
go
be
like,
honest.
that is just stupid. Why do you want to play a dog all of a sudden?
I don't get it, because it's a little machine on the back of the dog, and you're controlling the dog. How are you supposed to control the dog?
See, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I don't get.
the problem with Call of Duty is, which has always been and will always be, I mean, I personally haven't noticed much of a graphical improvement. There's a few bits and bobs, nothing major. They may as well just stick to one fucking game and just bring out new guns and new maps, because that's all they're doing.
Yeah,
now.
just make DLC for the rest of their fucking life.
Yeah,
Because that's all they're doing. They're just making expensive DLC.
Yeah.
The new game is just DLC because there's new maps and new stuff. There's no different.
I mean,
There's
I've done the same with every COD. I think the only COD I actually played fully, well, was Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. I mean, other than that, all I've usually done is I've bought the game up on release, played it for 2 days, prestiged, and not played it again other than when we go on random times. So, to be honest, this time I'm not going to buy Ghosts. I think I'm just going to say it now. I think the only game I am going to actually the 2 games I'm going to purchase this year will be GTA 5 and DayZ Standalone. Other than that, I don't really have any interest at the minute on what to buy. Nothing's really caught my eyes as such. Oh, Battlefield 4 as well, whenever that comes out, I probably am going to... Well, yeah, I will get that just because, I mean, you know, Battlefield, COD. That's how it is nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Battlefield for the win, obviously.
Yeah. To be honest, like, Battlefield was weird as well, because when I had it on the Xbox, I couldn't play it. I didn't like it on the... I mean, you've seen it, didn't you, Luke?
We played it for a week and then we sold it.
That's it, I just got rid of it straight
And
away.
then-
Whereas Battlefield on the computer, on the other hand, kind of, like, I love it. I mean, I don't go on it that often, but when I go on it, I actually have fun, whereas COD, I'm just, like, fucking, you know, just want to explode at some 12-year-old Korean girl.
Yeah.
You later find out he's a boy.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking goes by the name of some young hoe, you know what I mean, but...
Yeah, exactly. Right, next thing on the agenda, and this is something that we're probably going to get every once in a while. I've called it question time with Callum, but this is actually where you guys, the community, in the next podcast we do, yeah, exactly.
What are we doing? Are we doing this once a month or
Write
once
in
a
the
week?
comment section a question you would like to ask, but I actually have one for you, Callum.
Bear in mind, right, let me just explain the question time with Cal. I mean, I have quite an open opinion on things, and I don't mean to offend anyone on the things that I can, will, and probably am going to say. It's just how my head works, and I just let it come out freely. I mean, I don't read the news as such. I read it now and again, have a brief overview, throw my opinion at it, and leave it at that. I mean, it's a personal opinion, nothing more and nothing less. So the question time with Cal was something we decided to do quite a while back now, and it's just people go through news articles, past happenings, and maybe different meanings and just fire them at me and see what we come out with. So we thought we would bring it to the channel and see what you guys think. So yeah, as Bernard said, if you do have any questions, just fire away, and I'll be sure to answer them next time.
Exactly. Well, I've actually got 2 questions, but the first one, hopefully you know what the Tour de France is, right?
That's the biking challenge, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 100-year this year, so they've actually done it 100 times now. And I think, like, since the last 40 of them, one of the big questions has always been the whole doing drugs.
I would.
You would.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, but what do you think about it? Like, because I've actually gotten to a point, at least personally, where, in my opinion, if they want to fucking take it, let them take it. And another thing as well, I don't really understand why, in the Tour de France, they have to go from point A, stage 1, start, and they end up in Paris at the Champs-Élysées. Why the fuck do they have to only ride 156 kilometers and then stop? In my opinion, they should start one place and then say first one to get to Paris wins. Yeah. If you want to sleep, you can sleep. If you don't, then you don't.
Oh, I thought that's what it was.
No. They actually like cycle, for 8 hours and then they sleep and eat and then they all start at the same point the next day.
Oh, what's the point in that? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like time trials.
So how could you win that? I'd just be like, fuck sleeping, see you later, carrying on.
You can't, that's the thing, yeah. What about doping, mate? You think it should be allowed? Disallowed?
There's always going to be new drugs, and there's always going to be a ways around the systems. Short example, no names mentioned, but certain people in prison to pass drugs tests will drink a bottle of white vinegar, and it actually does clear them for 48 hours. So if they have the drugs test within 48 hours, they'll actually pass it. From what I've heard, not personal experience or anything like that, I've been to prison. But yeah, the whole doping the whole doping side of things. I mean, on Tour de France, I think they should just let them go for it. I mean, they're only going to sleep, so what are you going to gain from doping on that? I mean, nothing really. But the Olympic side of things, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the Olympics. I think it's fucking boring, to be honest. But on that, I think that's a bit different because a lot of the events are short and just straight competitiveness, whereas obviously a guy on coke or whatnot could probably get that bit more of an energy burst for that short thing, whereas sort of like the 1500 meters goes on for quite a while. So I think on that it wouldn't really, I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I just let them go for it because it can't give them that much of an advantage. I mean, I think they can get done for using like steroids whilst in training, but all it's going to do is make them train harder. I mean, how's that going to actually help them when they're at the competition doing it? I mean, someone else, if they're just doing steroids to train out harder, I mean, someone else may as well just put in a few more extra hours and fucking, be at the same standards as them. So, yeah, doping, I'd just say go for it.
Fair enough, man. And just so anyone who's wondering, we just lost Jonjo. Hopefully he will be back on in a second. He actually had a little segment that he needed to help me with, so hopefully we'll get him back. The other question, the whole Egypt thing, do you know about that?
Which one? The government? No, the people telling the president to stand down, and isn't it like the army? Is it going to be like martial law or something like that?
Let me just tell the story quickly. Like the Egyptians have never had a democracy until I think it was. I'm not completely sure, but I think it was 4 years ago when they, for the first time ever, chose a president.
Right.
Right, and now it's 4 years later, they've had enough of him, and they think the democratic thing to do is to get the military to throw him off. And he said no, so now they're actually having martial law in Egypt.
Well, personally, I think they should have martial law in every country. Not going to lie. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm just going to use England for example here. I mean, first thing that comes to my head, fucking these taxes and MPs and that, spending things on the taxes, 10 grand for a fucking duck pond house. Who the fuck needs a duck pond house? That's just fucking stupid. I mean, I'm busting my balls 40 hours a week at work, and now I've got to move out, I've got to pay for me, the missus, and fucking obviously the kid on the way. But then I'm getting taxed on that money, which means I'm having to struggle or work separate jobs, do things for my dad and other family to struggle, and they're like, you've got these people just taking the piss with the money. I mean, who needs Parliament? I mean, it's either, personally, I think it should either be run by the royal family or martial law should go for it. So as far as Egypt goes, I'm all for him. I mean, if it was up to me and I could rally the troops, I would certainly go down to Parliament and try and kick all them out. As said, matter of opinion, but I just think that's what we should do. Personally,
well, if you're going for martial law, you got to remember it's not only the Parliament. You're going to have to kick the Queen off and everything. That means you're going to have to get rid of the whole royal part of things.
I know that side of things is a bit different, but just going for Parliament in general, Prime Minister, MPs, I think their job's a joke. Especially the ones that are usually dealing with sort of the working middle class and the lower class side of things, seeing as they're all brought up in, well, I say all of them, probably 90% of them are brought up in quite wealthy families. They have no idea how hard it is to live on them sort of things and working them hours and trying to cope. So, yeah, I think it's a bit of a joke. I mean, whereas if it was, I don't know, a people's government as such, if you could say, where the whole country would get their vote on each and everything. I know it would take the piss a little bit, but I think the country would be a much better place, and certainly think it would help with the economy side of things as well, actually.
Yeah.
Don't know, but yeah, that was question time with Callum. Right, Junja just wrote me on Skype saying that apparently he's got a real difficult time getting back in. Every time he tries, he apparently gets in like an empty call. So
let's have a quick look.
Anyone else want to quickly try and invite him?
Yeah, I'll send him one.
Cool, yeah.
I can't even remember where to invite people. Oh, there we go, invite people. There you go, there's John Joe's email address. No one, he won't mind. Send him an email. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what else we got on the agenda for tonight then.
Actually,
to be honest, we're actually at the
things.
point where we do actually need to soon wrap up. We're nearly gone an hour now.
Oh shit.
can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah, man, go for it.
I already spoke to you about it, Bernie, but I want to ask Callum if he'd be able to make a website for Aries Gaming Community. So, if they say instead of going onto the YouTube, they can say put a comment down in the forums or something. If they want like a private one or something. Or
I think that the best option to do for this would be to nuke the current one then. If we nuke that and rebuild.
yeah, but I had another idea, which is say they all have a list of all the games that we play in, and then say which game we're playing on that day, so they have a rough idea of what we'll be recording to go onto the YouTube.
So sort of let me pop up the website at the minute. I know.
So it's like TeamSpeak, but instead of everyone.
So I mean, if we're looking at the website, yeah, I mean at the top, where is it? Not at the top. I mean,
To be honest,
we've
the
got
whole
an event
website
section.
thing is not a problem at the moment.
Oh yeah, by all means, it's not a problem.
No, it's just an idea. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What I could do is I could have up. I mean, there's certain things I can do. I mean, one, I can link it to a Twitter feed. So then all we've got to do is go on the Twitter that I've made once we've all got everything else sorted. Pop on a quick Twitter update and just say, tonight we're playing we're recording this. That will then automatically go Twitter, repost to Facebook, which will also link to the YouTube feed, and then we'll go onto the website. So I mean, just from one thing, it's going to go and then go to all 4 places. I mean, I can set something up like that, which will actually do that side of things. But as Brendan said, I mean, the website isn't the greatest importance at the minute, but I know I've got if we're going to do that, I'll rebuild it all by hand, which is going to take some time.
It was just an idea, that's all.
It's just a good idea, mate. It's a good idea.
Yeah, man, it's something that we'll definitely do down the pipeline.
Yeah.
When it gets a little bit bigger and stuff. Alright, now that Jonjo's back. Hello, Jonjo.
Hello.
Do you have any questions for question time with Cal?
Oh yeah, you can have a quick gander if you've got anything.
Oh, and I'm willing to design
okay,
the
here we
website
go.
if you want.
If a fly has its wings cut off, is it called a walk?
No, it's called an ant.
What the hell kind of
What? It's a deep philosophical question.
That's pretty cool.
That's about as philosophical as does the Pope shit in the woods.
Oh, now there is the horn for the end of question time with Cal, and also the end of the actual Google Hangout. So we
Nope, because we do have two quick more things.
Oh yeah, we got him back now. We got him back. Forgot about that.
First off, the next segment, which is a little short one, but the next segment, John, if you would help me, please.
Subscriber of the podcast.
Right. Once a week, we're gonna in this podcast. What we're simply gonna do is we're gonna have the subscriber of the week, which is gonna be simply randomly put one of the people who have subscribed to us during that week. And for this week, the subscriber of the week is, and I am really gonna, slaughter this name.
Pretty hard.
Lemedley. So congratulations, Lemedley. You are the subscriber of the week.
I think what we could do is in the future.
Put it in a random generator.
Well, yeah, what we'll do a random generator, but obviously once we get a bit bigger and we get a bit of a fan base built up, I mean, we could probably invite the subscriber of the week to join us in a gaming session, hop on to the TeamSpeak server with us, and then you know, get them involved, get them whacked on the YouTube if they.
Well, that's not. To be honest, that's not Lemedley. If you would like to join us, please put a comment in and we'll figure it out.
Or if you're an Xbox 360, I reckon I could jump back on for a couple of games. I've got a selection of like 4 games, but like Call of Duty 4, probably the best.
There's there's Call of Duty 4. There's Barbie's Dream House. There is Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is sick. Don't even knock it.
I've never tried it.
It's only on the DS.
That is the
and
funniest
it's so
thing.
good.
Animal Crossing. It looks like a game made for 3-year-olds, but if you look on YouTube, it's all 30-year-old male people playing it.
It is so good. You have your little town. You have like all this stuff.
Oh, and did you hear the story? I've got
It's
to
like
tell
Sims but cooler.
No. I heard a story. There's this guy. I think he was 40 years old or something, living alone with his mother, and his mother was dying, and he'd been playing a lot of this Animal Crossing, and he'd been playing it with his mother. His mother's been playing it as well. And then his mother died. A year passes, he's not played the game, he puts the game back in, and all of a sudden he goes to his house, and there's a letter in the game from his mother that she's written in the game. And he became so happy that he wrote to the developer of the game saying how amazing this game is. And do you know what the creators said? There is a character in the game called Mum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just a randomly generated letter. So it just broke his dream again.
Mate, if that happened to me, I would revert to Hello Kitty, the Island Adventure.
Right.
Man, that's cool.
And the final thing, and we would really hope that everyone who watches this will watch it as well. It is our trailer, and also therefore our video of the week, the one who's got the most views this week. And it is the Aries Gaming Communities and Who We Are. It's got 103 views as of right now.
Who are we? We are he.
I will put it on.
Oh yeah. It's our content, we can put it on.
Yeah, you can put it on, and we'll let that run and say that was the end of the Google Hangouts for this time. And do you guys enjoy yourselves?
We make it alive, man.
I've got one of them.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You're gonna put it on the thing? Or has he already done it?
Dude, I'm just there, that was this Turkish guy scaring me.
No, man. You put it on the YouTube thing, in the thing, then we can all watch it.
In Google Hangout.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I forgot about that. There you go. You can ignore that.
Thanks, man.
Right, everyone, say goodbye to the lovely YouTube community, and we will see you guys in a week.
Yeah. Are you playing it or am I playing
What
it?
fucking slow way was that? Wax
It's kind of
off,
it's like a seductive one, isn't
wax
it?
off, wax on.
I can clean your car.
You can clean my pipe.
Really. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't find it on the thing because it's a new video.
It's probably been me trying to
Boner.
get you to come back on.
Yeah, it's gone.
Anything, Callum?
No, I can't find it.
Callum? Callum?
Oh, sorry, mate. I just realised my mic was muted on Hangout.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I can't find it on there, mate.
Alright.
Oh, let me do it.
I was trying to do this.
You doing it, or should I?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Alright, man.
Uncoordinated
Right.
skills.
Yeah.
at its best.
And,
Oh fuck! What have I done?
yeah.
Oh shit! I just.
There is really nothing more to say. We've all said goodbye already. We're just waiting for the video to
Yeah.
be found and loaded, and
Oh,
get it
fair
going.
play. Fair play.
Nope. It's this one. Oh.
If you make it alive, man.
I've got one of them. Dude, I'm being stared at by some Turkish guy scaring me. Hello. This one.
Yeah.
31. Got like a perfect peanut right there. Whoa! Oh, that's wasn't it? Yeah, pretty cool. So there
There we go. That's us.
Alright. That's a wrap.
Oh yeah. Goodbye.
So you
That
know,
went pretty well, man.
yeah, I'm quite impressed. Just to quick clarify, is it once a week or once a month we're going to do the
Once a week.
once a week? Right. Okay. So thank you for all that have been watching, have subscribed and have been viewing the videos, and we will see you for next week's podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, man.